Every time you talk in, there's like someone going ding,
yeah,
ding.
Again.
Should we go and have a look?
Again.
And again.
Yeah, let's go up. How's it going, guys? Steve Griff here from the Ouija Brothers, and we've come to a location tonight, one we've never done before, and it's called Warmley Clock Tower, and it's a pretty cool looking location. We're going to walk around with Phil in a moment, and he's going to give us the history and the details of this location. Before we start, we want to say a massive thank you to our good friends over at Haunted Happenings, who set up this entire event for us to come in here and to check it all out to see if we can capture anything tonight.
My name's Phil, and I've been coming to this building for about 17 years plus maybe. I used to use it to come here and train people and everything else like that. The building itself, which I've fallen in love with, is it was built in 1743 by William Champion. There's been so many different uses of this building throughout the years, down through the years. So in here we've got the lower hall, and this hall, 15 years ago, I decorated it and did it all through the night and stuff. And one of the weird things that happened to me, and it must have been about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So I'm over here, just doing me stuff, and all of a sudden, boom, across the whole of the ceiling, and I went home. In here, we've got a middle hall. This is where the goddesses have their meetings and stuff. And
The goddesses?
The goddesses, white witches, pagan.
So
sort
there's a room dedicated to the pagans, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's through that door there?
That goes into their temple.
Oh, okay.
So obviously, we're not allowed in there.
Yeah.
But they're a good lot of ladies. You know, they're a good lot. And they add an extra ambience to the place, you know.
Yeah.
If we go through here,
Okay, so we're heading into, this is like the flat now.
yeah. But obviously years ago it was used for all sorts of different things. Beneath here, I call it a cave. It's a place where I train people. I was training a girl, Rachel, woman, and she turned around to me whilst music was playing while we were training. She said, "Phil, can you hear that?" And there was the voices of two children talking to each other. Yeah. Now, because I look after the place, and we've had a bit of trouble down the years with kids breaking in and stuff like that, I raced round to here, to the flat. The door was locked. And so I went round, got the keys, come back up, and there's nobody in here at all. And I checked the rest of the building, nobody in the building. So directly beneath you, there's no ceiling as such, it's just the rafters and just what's on here, the floor in here. So, and the voices were as if they were really, really not muffled, not distant, they were here. So this room in here, totally, I mean, if we were to sit down here for 5 minutes, 5 minutes and not say a thing, you know, or 5 minutes minimum, 10 minutes, quarter of an hour is perfect. Because then all of a sudden, like I explained, sort of heavy pressure pushes down on you, you know, and people have gotten dizzy when I've been telling them this, and they've gone all sort of, oh my God.
So you'd say maybe this area is one of the most active parts in the building?
Yeah, it's a hot spot as far as I'm concerned, just here and in the room below, and where we got to go next as well, which is really, really, yeah, class, where we're going next. So in here is the art room. Vince is the artist that leases this room, and as you can see, all the stuff on the walls is all his own work, you know. And some of the postcards up there from some of his students and stuff like that. So in here, the French Connection, or the French language connection. Me and a friend of mine who you know, we were sat back to back about there. This is when the room was completely empty, except for one fold-up table which was over there. So we're sat back to back for about a quarter of an hour, something like that, just to get used to all the noises, the creaks, the sounds, the lights from the road and stuff like that. And then she started to talk to any spirit that might be here, or any spirits. And then I said, do you mind if I have a go? But I spoke in French. So we're sat back to back, and remember the table's over there, and all I was doing was saying, Esprit, est-ce qu'il y a personne là? C'est moi Philippe. Je suis ici tout le temps, etc., etc. And I was waffling. Then all of a sudden, when I finished, it was like you could hear the table creaking as if somebody'd either just got up or just sat down. Vince himself been sat up there, and he's heard loads of bangs and clanks and everything else. There's a clock over there on the wall. There used to be glass on the front of that wall clock over there, and he was sat up there, and all of a sudden the glass just shattered outwards from the clock itself, and couldn't really explain that. Just like those two children I heard talking, and so did that other lady. It's when things like that happen you can't explain what's happened. There's a chessboard here, and I believe if you want to move one you can. We've been given permission to move one of the pieces you can for yourself. We went through a period of a piece being moved, then another piece would be moved. It's like Vince was playing chess with somebody or something, you know. But it hasn't moved properly for the last few months, even though there's been a lot of activity through other things. Like all of a sudden, if we were to stay quiet now and I was to turn around and right, let's try it, shall we? Est-ce qu'il y a personne ici? Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un là? The last time I did that, I was showing two gents around similar to yourself, and all of a sudden there was a bloody great big on one of the beams over there, and it frightened one of them to death. It did. But there you go. So this, I know it used to be I don't know if it's still there or not, I haven't got a clue, but that is a portal area there. It was a great big portal, this circle here, and a lot of energy was coming out from that. So there you go.
So this room that we're going to start the investigation in, this is where they had some kind of French talking, like Phil was talking French or something in here.
Yeah, so he spoke a little bit of French, and he says if you can say it fluently, he says you might get some kind of responses in here.
Now, our French isn't the greatest at all, is it?
Well, I'm not very good at French,
I mean,
at all.
Je m'appelle comment? Oui, ça va. Ça va, Stephen. I mean, these are just some of the things that I remember from school. I don't know what I'm actually saying.
Un web est banninable. Attention, attention. Un web est banninable.
I mean, yeah, I suppose as soon as you put that French accent on, it kind of makes you be able to talk French, isn't it?
Yeah.
We do have a locked off camera up in the art room, and it's just like looking at everything inside the room. Hopefully we can get something to trigger in there. The lights are up there, so that's going to be pretty cool. There is a mail rem obviously right in front of it, and that's actually meant to be quite an active hotspot up there. We will go into the rented accommodation a bit later on, once it's kind of quietened down a bit outside. So all we're going to do, we're just going to call out. We're going to start this investigation like we always do. We're going to just introduce ourselves, say our names. So I'm Steve.
No, I'm Jason.
And we've only come here to communicate with the spirit world, the unknown, the paranormal. We mean you no disrespect. We're just searching for answers and to prove to the world that the paranormal is real. Is there any chance that you're here with us tonight watching? If so, is it possible? Man, you might need to sit down, Jace. You can't, you'll have a broken neck.
I know, I'm just doing it for a little bit while you're calling now.
Is it possible that you could show us your presence inside this building? So your head on the ceiling. What's that noise then?
Does it sound like this?
That's a car outside, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
It's a car like backfiring.
I might have to sit down.
Yeah, just sit down. Save your neck. The night's just started. And I can just about get away with it.
You more, I should just... It's mad really how much taller I am than that.
Yeah, I've got like...
You're an inch, are you? An inch and a bit.
Could you walk into this room, please? Could you come and join us? If you're already in this room, could you give us a sign, please? Could you knock on the walls? Tap on the windows? You could even open a door. Now we know that paranormal activity doesn't happen on command. It can take many hours, many days, many weeks, many months to get a slight bit of evidence that the paranormal is here. So even though we're here only for a few hours, you know, in consideration to how long you should really, well, I wouldn't say should be, but you know, you could spend 2 weeks at a haunted location and get nothing. So in relatively speaking, these few hours, the odds are against us. But we're very hopeful. I mean, there is knocks and bangs going around.
There was a weird knock though, or?
There is knocks and bangs going around the building.
In that corner.
Or was it the light? I think it could have been this light, because that's a light strip that is, and we did turn off the light in here, so could that have just been cooling down?
LEDs though killed her, but
The plastic though could have been warmed up a little.
LEDs out.
If that was you, Spirit, making yourself known while I'm here blabbering on saying the chances of getting anything is next to zero, could you do something again? Could you make that noise again? We know our good friends from Haunted Happenings come here and do paranormal investigations. And they've experienced and witnessed signs of the paranormal.
Well, I mean, the guy Phil has told me when he was exiting the building, after we'd done the walk around, that he's had several occasions where people have just left the building and left all the stuff inside because of how scared they were.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that me and Steve can be shifted out of this building tonight.
Yeah, because it's got the potential.
It's supposed to bring the right energy, Phil said.
Let's just make that noise again.
Could you do that again if it's a spirit? Now, another thing you have to remember, guys, is there is spiritual classes that go on in this place.
The spiritual goddess.
Spiritual goddess classes. And also, we have artistry upstairs. So there's a lot of arts, there's a lot of stuff going on in this building.
Including martial arts.
So, and yeah, obviously he trains in the bottom corner as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this building, a lot of activities. So if they are here tonight, and if there is any spirits that wish to talk to us in any way, do something within this room now, and we will try and talk to you. Do it now.
Oh,
What was that from?
that was like another tap that was behind me this time.
So if that's you responding to me, yeah? If you are responding to me, are you a lot more powerful than you let on?
What was that?
You let on.
What was that?
You let on.
What was that?
And if you are powerful, go towards the door where there's a light on, where I'm pointing, and knock on that door. Just one knock. We are here to communicate. That was a knock.
Yeah, but that was sounded more like furniture moving.
No.
And then another knock over in this corner. I mean, well, it's like little creaks, like those ones.
That one was like a...
But the one sounded
outside.
more downstairs,
Yeah.
and it was like movement.
That was a knock.
Yeah, but that was sounded more like furniture moving.
That was a knock.
Yeah, but that was sounded more like furniture moving.
It sounds like that way, though.
Which way?
That way. What's in that room there?
Did he say we could go in this one?
I don't. If it's locked, we can't get in anyway.
It's locked.
So, knock on that door. See if it can copy you back. So the door's locked in between us, spirit, between the room that you're in and the room that we're in. Could you knock on this centre door? Copy Stephen now. Turn the lights on because I want to see if this was, because it sounded like it was coming from in here, but
Yeah, I'm just like, I was just saying, could it be that light? A bit of plastic,
yeah,
you know, just a bit of the heat.
but they don't. That's what I mean with these new lights. They don't have heat.
Yeah, but it's still where I'm just, my focal point was head looking to, you know, every time there was like a knock or a tap in that corner.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it might have been this more. They must have sleep over us. They're pillows and blankets.
Yeah, but to me, I kept thinking maybe the light. Okay guys, what we're going to do, we're heading upstairs now to the art room. We have left a lock. So we could just do something in this hallway.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know how you turn these lights off up here. Oh, is there any? Okay, try the switches. There's got to be one up there. Okay, I'll just turn the one off up here.
It's like a community area.
Yeah, like I said, they do
everything.
a lot of stuff here. Yeah, ghost hunts, conventions, conferences,
Art classes,
They do a lot.
spiritual centre. They do a lot.
So there's a lot of energy coming through this building all the time. We heard some noises coming from the room to our left, or my left. Not sure I'd say any of it was paranormal. The hell was that? Was that upstairs?
Yeah. Carry on talking.
Now what I was going to say is those are the kind of noises we were hearing was knocking, was tapping and banging. And we just heard it upstairs in the art room.
It's just happening again. Something up there.
We do have a camera up there.
Something messing with something. Should we go up? Because that's weird.
I heard it.
Every time you're talking, there's like someone going ding,
Yeah.
ding. Could you make that noise again if you're up there? Again. Should we go up there? Again and again.
Yeah, let's go up.
It's a bit consistent, isn't it? Well, I hope you don't mind we're coming up. Hello?
So we do have a night vision camera, but we want
That just clicked when...
yeah. Do you think it could be the lights again? Because I have just turned them off. I was over in the corner.
Could be the lights, couldn't it?
That same kind of creaking noise, isn't it?
Same as what we had downstairs.
No, yeah, I think it's
It's the lights, eh?
man. That's crazy that you can hear that from downstairs,
Loud as well.
like the plastic.
Like someone's
Crackling.
walking. Yeah, but again, they don't...
It's just got all it needs is a little bit of heat, and then
Yeah, I
obviously for it to
suppose.
go, it just needs a
Because they
little.
don't generate as much heat as they used to back in the day.
No, not the old big tube lights.
No, them would have been going ping.
Careful of these beams.
Yeah. Oh, so we brought you up here a little bit early, guys. But it was all for... Because we could
The
hear...
walk
We
around.
could hear... Literally... knocking and walking. Now, that's a painting that the guy has done who works in this space. That's obviously his desk.
Now there is most of the activity that we've been told happens from over that end of the room.
Yeah.
So we'll just okay. A lot of that creaking noise, it is just the lights.
It can be turned down to the light sky.
Now the glass out of here shattered when the artist who works in this room, he was working in here, and all the glass out of here came out.
Shattered out.
And he went flying all across the room. And then there's another tale of the chessboard moving. Well, like one of the pieces on the chessboard would move, which is pretty impressive. And that's why we've come here tonight, guys. Sorry, spirits.
All right, guys, back again.
That's why we're here. Let's go to the dark.
Gonna go in the door.
We have got a device here on the table. We call this the Melrem.
The trusty Melrem.
We know that you know what it is, because there's been ghost hunters and event groups that have come in here. But in case you don't know, it's just a black box with a green light and an aerial sticking out of it. If you can walk towards that, and if you could touch it, the theory is your energy can manipulate the device. How true it is, that's up to you. But if you could do that for us, that'd be amazing. Saying that, we should go back downstairs because we have set up a tripwire. But we have just demonstrated this device to you. If you could trigger that, that'd be great. And we'll leave you to it so you can become comfortable around that device. And just in case you're shy, we'll leave you to it, okay? So don't be afraid. Yeah, that knocking was mad.
Well, it's just the lights, so it wasn't mad at all.
He would have been mad.
We would have, if we hadn't have said anything.
Yeah, what's the fun in that?
Oh, what's the lights? Was it the light? No, couldn't have been the lights. Them LED strips, they don't even make any heat. So, Spirit, we're on the stairwell now. And it'd be nice if you come and saw us. Come and spoke to us. So if you can hear the sound of my voice and you're in this building now, come towards our lights, come towards our energy. Just walk towards the sound of our voices. Intrigue us. Knocking down there. On it?
You're joking.
No,
Like down the stairs?
downstairs.
It's got to be the same thing then, ain't it? Or does it sound different?
Sounds like floor. Do that again. It's like a different knock.
Yeah, that's more of
It's like
a bassy.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, not even that. Okay. Like that. If that is you, and you are trying to communicate with us, could you do it louder, please? We've got a lot of like clicks and creaks and
Yeah.
knocks.
But the noises down there were quite good.
It was different. I'm gonna just have a quick look.
Okay.
We're going up and down the bloody stairs. Ah,
What is it? What's happened?
well, it's an auto light, isn't it? Here,
Yeah.
so it's a sensor light. 2 seconds. Spirit. Walk down this corridor towards the sound of my voice. Come on. Don't be scared. I'm going to walk up this corridor now. Can you make a noise? it's me. Come. I'm coming to you then. So you're scared? I've already explained you don't have to be. I've already explained it multiple times. Me and Steve aren't here to hurt you. Come and talk to us. All right. I mean, I don't want to. Remember when we used to have to do that?
You walk around with the K2.
And it was in the corner.
And everyone will go, your camera's setting it off. Oh, I mean, that yellow tape just ain't big enough, is it, Jess?
It's all right. Like just there, like this. And it's just the K2 in the corner, ruining the shot.
Yeah.
It's your camera's community. Why can't it be a spirit?
It's a ghost. Why not?
Why can't it be a ghost?
We're going old school.
All right. We're going most haunted.
I don't think even they use a K2.
We're going Zach Bagans.
Yeah, you might.
We put it up against this T.
Yeah. Is that
One
stable?
of us in this corner. Oh well, I could stand it up.
No, he was fine like he was as well.
I like it like that.
Yeah.
Because now if it goes over,
Yeah.
video evidence that spirits exist.
Like Wentworth.
I've brought a device with me that we haven't used for quite a long time, and it's called the K2 meter. It's right here. I'm pointing right at it. Now, if you go to it and touch it in any way, it might fall over. But if you want to communicate with us through that device, walk over to it and just wave your hand around it and show us that it works. We are the Ouija brothers, and we come in peace. I believe that we are from the same lands that you are, and I believe that you could talk to us.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you can talk to us and you can hear us, walk down this row of tables and stand in between us and use this device. Am I asking for much, am I?
No, not at all.
I just... Let me just break it down because the people say, you're asking for too many things. All I'm asking for is to walk to us and use the K2 meter. I'm making it seem more than what it is for you guys.
Could you please do that? So we have just kind of sit down, chilled out in the art classroom. Not a great deal is happening in this section of the building just yet. None of the devices have triggered, nothing like that. The K2, the Melrem. We have heard a few little noises though in the building tonight, which was quite interesting. Griff heard like a loud bang downstairs, and we've heard what sound possibly footsteps. Well, light knocking. I don't know if I'd put it down to footsteps, but creaking that we can put down to the lights. So we're just going to chill out in this room. It's a cool room. A lot of art, some cool pictures, some good little artifacts. I know there's a skull and stuff behind me, rocking some shades. But we're just going to see. We're going to be quiet and see if we can capture anything significant in this room. Spirit? In a moment, we will be leaving this section. And we're going to go to the flat area, just underneath the clock tower. We've heard that that area is meant to be highly active, more active than this section, and that's what we're after. Before we leave, could you give us a sign? Could you give us some confirmation that the paranormal is real, that you're real? Surprise us, do whatever you think would intrigue us, that would get us questioning. What was that? We have come into the flat area now.
It's cold in here.
It is cold. Now, Phil did talk about hearing noises coming from downstairs, like children.
So basically, Philip was working downstairs with a client when he was doing his training, and he heard two girls' voices from this room down to that room.
Oh, so he was downstairs.
So
and
he was downstairs and he heard the noise from up above. So we're standing in the room
where the noises
noises came from, and he said it was two girls singing.
And then on the top floor there was the huge mass coming down over people, like they felt total heaviness.
He says it takes about 15 minutes for that to happen though.
15 minutes?
Yeah. We ain't got that time, man.
I don't believe we actually know any names connected to this building.
Philip?
Yeah, well he just works there, but I'm on about spiritual wise. Like any ghosts or anything. We don't know. And we do prefer that, you know, because it doesn't really like tamper with the investigation. Well, I wouldn't say tamper, but like lead us down an avenue that might not even be true. But if we could find a name, if we could hear a name, if you could say your name, that'd be amazing. Is it possible? If you could give us a sign inside this room, if we could hear that voice that Phil and his colleague heard a few months ago. They thought it was children. And when he come and checked, there was no one here. There's something out there.
I can hear like walking. Let me just aim it through that door.
Am I looking at you right now?
Whoa, there's someone walking.
Are you the spirit that Phil heard? Are you the one that resides in this building? The fuck was that? It's like gurgling. Could you hear the gurgling?
There's someone outside.
Outside the door?
Yeah. I can hear like walking.
As in, outside that door or
That door.
the one leading outside?
That one there.
Let me just put the camera. I'm just going to open this door a little bit. Make that noise again, please. We're hearing some loud noises coming from this direction. We do have a camera upstairs. Go and say hello to it. You can push it off the side if you want. It sounds like fire.
Yeah. It smells like fire.
Like the crackling of fire. It's not raining or anything outside. It's just what it sounds like from this direction.
Plastic back, aluminium front. All right then, we've been told in this room here that if you sit in this room, we've come upstairs now in the flat, and if you sit in this room for about 15 minutes, there's going to be a dark feeling that sets over you,
Yeah, like a heavy presence.
that sets over the whole of your body.
So that's exactly what we're going to do, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're going to sit here and we're going to see if we feel this presence. He said it happens all the while. So we're going to see. That door there that's in front of me that I'm showing you guys, that door is to the clock tower. Goes up ladders and goes all the way up to the clock. Well, there's just a few boards there. We've come a long way from home to experience
It's just a platform, Jace.
No, I know. He said you walk up and you go on the platform.
Yeah, that's all it is, just a platform. With a cog.
With the cock. The clock.
No, it's like a cog.
Yeah, for the back of the clock.
Yeah.
It's getting cold in here.
Do you think that's the feeling of the monster? I mean, sorry. I don't know, sorry guys. It's got to be
Something
a lorry.
outside,
Yeah, something else. I thought it was like,
Like it's in here going,
yeah. You know, someone gets a bottle and they're like,
yeah.
was it around on the top? Conjure up all the energy that you can. And let us feel, let us see.
You don't need 3 cameras on you. What the fuck?
That was an alarm.
I know what it was. What the hell? Hello?
No, he did say maybe they have something to do with the animals.
No.
Possibly.
That was like, I'm trying to remember. I know the
Like
alarm.
a rape alarm.
No, I know the alarm.
What kind of alarm is it?
To open the door.
Let's go downstairs. Let's have a look.
Oh, fucking hell.
You alright?
Yeah, that chair in the bathroom made me go, woo. So what the hell's that noise then?
Let's have a
Where
look.
did it sound like it came from?
That's the down here, out here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It sounded like it come from out here. Oh, Jason. Oh, I couldn't get out.
That's the fire. That's the light. What?
That door is open.
Yeah, it was open a little bit. Is it someone going into that building there? I think it could be some... Do you reckon someone going in and the alarm's gone off? Look, the alarm's going off.
There is a car there, though.
And that car war there just...
No, it could be that. It could be the outside neighbour then.
What was it, this?
He weren't that. He weren't that, was he?
No.
Could be, maybe could be that factory over there. Don't think
Yeah, but that's It's a far stretch unless we know.
It sounded on us.
It sounded in that building. Well.
Let's just go back in quick.
I don't know.
It was weird.
It's definitely weird. Definitely weird. Because it sounded like it was in this building.
I know.
And how would we hear it so
Pronounced.
so loudly?
I suppose everything's heightened up though, isn't it? When when we're here and it's all quiet and whatever.
I'm just saying if any of these make noise.
Really weren't that.
No, but you got to look, are you?
Okay, guys, we have been in here for quite a while. We've been investigating for a long time. It's been amazing to come to here at Warmley Clock Tower in Bristol. A lot of fun. Again, we want to shout out Haunted Happenings for making this happen for us. They set up the entire event. First time us ever coming here. Again, if you guys want to come and check this out, go check out hauntedhappenings.com and get yourselves booked here. I'll hand it over to Griff and he can sign off. Anything you want to...
Was there anything to hand over to me for? Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share it out to everyone, share it out as much as you can. Remember, Haunted Happenings have this place. It's the Warmley Clock Tower, and you can all book on and come here and have a look and see for the stuff that we've experienced tonight. See if you get that.
It's been good though, hasn't it?
It has been good, but it'd be good if you guys got some stuff that we got. And who knows, we might be here on the next one that you're here. It could happen. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've enjoyed my time here, and I wish we could just stay the night, but yeah, allowed. Imagine stopping in here.
Well, you got work in the morning as well, ain't you?
Yeah, it'd be a long trip back to work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, imagine having a bed in here and stopping in here. It'd be scary, that would, especially if them noises are going off as well.
Yeah.
And that weak door. But yeah, guys, appreciate your time and everything like that. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.